meet my pressure again. Okay. And meet my pressure again. Okay, good. So now we can communicate. So she's responding properly, and we're going to go through that. Okay. So now we're going to look at the pre-tests. So we're going to do this, hold like this, okay, and hold again. Okay. This are zip-ups, they're called. Hold again, good. So now I want you to, with 2 fingers on top lip and the thumb on the bottom lip. And you don't have to squeeze them, just touch there. And so meet my pressure, good. And then put your fingers right here, one on the other side, and then meet my pressure, okay. These are switches, they're called. And then put your hand on your tailbone from behind if you can. Okay. If they can't, then you do it. I can still do these points myself, but hold like this. Good. So you feel it kind of locking, like a good firmness. Otherwise, sometimes you might feel unlocking, right? You can see the difference. And then I'm pulling, tugging her hair, not just for fun. I'm actually checking for hydration. So now her body responded appropriately with these pre-tests. So now I know I can actually start my balancing with her. Later on, we're going to use goals, but we're not going to use them here for this purpose. So I'm going to go through the 14 muscle balance, and in your book, if you want, or there's a chart right there, isn't it? Page 94, right? 93, 94. It kind of goes through all the muscles. There's 42 muscles altogether, but really we're interested in just the first 14. So that might be confusing, but you can choose to look at whatever. Or you can look here and just experience it, and then we're going to go through the muscles again. So hold like this, meet my pressure, good. So now I'm just going to show the distance, okay? So I'm going to be pushing in this direction. So meet my pressure, good. Okay, that was the first one, supraspinatus, and that relates to the central meridian. We're going to know all those things as well. So I may not mention them as I'm going along, all of them, but I'll mention some, you know. So I want you to come to the edge of the table, okay, and like this, and just relax here. This is the direction of moving your elbow in this direction, okay? So I want you to hold in that position and meet my pressure. Okay. So that feels firm for you, okay? That it's important to communicate with the person on the table because it's a teamwork right now. Because if she feels like, oh no, it's not holding enough, but I feel it's holding really good, whatever she says is the answer. So I'll take yours. That's not holding enough. Okay, we're gonna balance it. So go to the other side, okay. And then I meet my pressure. I'm gonna push up. Good. Okay. It's okay. Things happen. So those first 2 are like her battery storage. They're the central and governing meridians. So those are the first 2 that we'll always make sure are working. After that are the ones that are related to all the organs. So we're going to do the stomach meridian here. Hold like this, and then just relax. I'm going to show the direction. We're going in a 45-degree angle. So, and just below the wrist, and I hold her as well, and then meet my pressure. Okay. And then hold like this. Some people go around to the other side, that's fine. I have long arms, so I'm comfortable like that, you know. And then that was stomach, and that was spleen meridian. Hold tight to your side, or actually relax for a second. I'm going to be moving out in this direction, okay? So hold tight here, and meet my pressure. So I tap her a little bit so she knows, oh, it's over here. And she wakes up, so she's present. Sometimes they might be thinking, oh, am I going to cook for dinner tonight? And then, you know, they're not present. There's no energy here. So meet my pressure here, okay? Okay. So how did that feel?
Felt like I hit one lock there.
Okay, unlocked, okay? So hold this side here, and then meet my pressure. Okay. So both sides unlock. So for her, because in Touch Breath Level 1, we do balance as you go. So I found the spleen meridian, the muscle related to that is latissimus dorsi, is unlocking. So I have to correct it. Now, because both sides are unlocking, I have to do this first correction with you. So if you don't mind just to go on your stomach, so I can show them. And let's see what happens. Yeah, sideways there. Some people have face cradles and stuff. So if you look in the page, the spleen one, the
92.
92. What about the spleen meridian, like the actual tabs? 119. Okay. So I'm going to go to the spinal reflex for her, and what number? Yeah, spleen
123.
123, page 123. And so you see something right in the middle of the vertebrae, and it's called spinal reflex. And I'm right on the spine. That's the middle thing, T7. And I'm going up and down it. Okay. We're going to go through that after, all the corrections in detail, but you might just see little seeds now, and you can see. I use that spinal reflex one because both sides are unlocking. If it was only one side unlocking, I wouldn't even start with that, because the correction order would be something else, and you'll learn that after. Is that tender?
Yes, a little bit.
So I'm just waking up this area so the nerves that pass through the vertebrae will actually start releasing. And sometimes I go above it and below it, because I don't know where T7 is, right? Potentially, right? Especially if you're learning anatomy for the first time. But you look at the picture, say, okay, it's around the shoulder blades somewhere, right? So then you go in that area, and then you try to, you do like 3 or 4 of them if you want, right? If you're not sure. And you'll open up other areas. Usually it's tender anyways. Okay, let's see if that was enough. Lay on your back. Here, so turn your hand in, hold tight to your side, and resist. Okay, good. Or meet my pressure. Hold like this. There we go. Okay, so how did that feel? So the power came back. Isn't that great? Like it's like a miracle almost, right? I always see it that way. So okay, I got so excited there. So now we're going to do the subscapularis, which is related to heart meridian. I'm gonna pull up this way. You keep it in that position and meet my pressure. Now this is too far to go, so I'll just go to this side. The same thing here, and then meet my pressure. So now we're going to go into the quadricep muscle, which is related to the small intestine. So hold like this. I'm going to put pressure this way. So let them hold it sometimes, okay? Because then you're doing all the work, right? But you assist them, okay? So you put pressure this way, and we're going to put pressure this way. So meet my pressure. And then same thing here. So if you try to lift it for them, you're going to get sore. So you let them do some of the work, okay? That's true. So hold here and here. Okay. So that felt firm.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to do the bladder meridian, which is related to the anterior tibialis, or no, the peroneals. So go this way, sideways, and I'm going to push down. So hold up like that, meet my pressure. Notice how both my hands are on her all the time when I'm testing, and you'll see why later. And we're testing the side muscles here. Hold like that, and meet my pressure. Okay. And now so here I started to lift her, but she's helping me. If I do it all myself, this is the hardest one, but we need to support this one most specifically because people can hurt themselves a little bit. Because the position of the angle of where I put her in, when I muscle test it, it's the most disadvantage for her, but we get a better test. It's not a power struggle here. We're just looking for energy or circuitry, you know. So I'm supporting her here. So meet my pressure, I'm going to push down. Okay. So then she doesn't hold there. Now this one might be far for some people, so they should go on the other side. For me, I feel pretty good here. So meet my pressure. Okay. So now she has the psoas muscle related to kidney meridian that wasn't holding. Is that correct?
Yeah.
On this side?
Yes.
So now we have to do something. Well, our correction techniques is going to bring us to the Neuro Lymphatic point because it's only one side. And don't worry about that. We're going to show you the direction. So if we look at the kidney meridian, we'll find the Neuro Lymphatic point, and the front is across the navel, and in the back it's around where the ribs finish. So what I'm going to do is have her on your stomach. And sometimes to feel the ribs where they finish, you just put your hands in the back, and then you just go up to where the Neuro Lymphatic points. And you'll see a picture. What page is that?
161.
161. So she's getting corrections while we're demonstrating. Last time I had, oh Mara, you're back. It's okay. It's all good.
I got in.
You got in.
Couldn't get in.
Oh. It's okay, that's
It was locked.
yeah. Okay, sorry. I know that's my phone. That's not you calling, Mara.
You're lucky I don't have your cell.
You didn't get my email.
No.
I know.
I'm still not getting your emails.
Okay, so now I did the kidney meridian Neuro Lymphatic point. Is that tender?
Yep.
Yeah, usually they're tender because Neuro Lymphatics are, turn on your back. Lymphatics are like waste products that go in your lymph and stuff like that. And they get congested, so they're usually tender. And this is in the front. This is not great after lunch, you know.
And a burger yesterday. That's
Yeah.
why it's not great.
So you have to go with them. Like if they're saying, so much pain, go lighter, you know. But they are firm pressures. And this is the first correction technique you'll learn as well. That's unilateral.
It is.
Yeah, only if it's only on one side. The first one I did, which is nice, you showed us, was both sides.
Okay.
So that's the only time we used that one. Okay, let's see if that was enough. Okay, so hold it up and out and meet my pressure. Okay, good. Great. Okay, so now that held. Now we go from kidney to the Gluteus medius, which is related to circulation meridian. So hold like, so relax. I'm going to be pushing in this way. And I'm going to stabilize her here and meet my pressure. Okay. We always try to put pressure above the ankle, above the wrist. If you do below the ankle, you might just do that. You're not really testing that muscle. So let's try the other side. Meet my pressure. Okay. So that felt good.
Yeah.
So now we just do this one here, triple warmer, teres minor. So this is going in this way. I have names for all these too, like this is the Fonzie position. Okay. And meet my pressure. Okay. And then this one here. So this is, I'm reaching a lot, like this. Maybe I'll go on this side. So, and then meet my pressure. Okay. That felt locking. Okay. And then now we're doing the gallbladder one. So it's just straight down this way. So meet my pressure and hold. Instead of, a lot of people do this, go to about 30 degrees so you get the best angle. And then again, okay. And so that's gallbladder meridian. And then hold like this. And I'm going to move in this direction, 45 degrees. Remember the stomach, we went this way. So the liver is this way. Stomach and liver are friends. Hold like this. Okay. So that's that burger. I was thinking of that burger. So hold like this. Okay. So now she has the liver meridian, which is the pectoralis major sternalis, PMS. She has this PMS. Unlucky. So now we have to treat or correct that. So I'm going to go to the Neuro Lymphatics. And so where's the Neuro Lymphatics? It's T2, I believe. I've memorized these, but like these are common ones. So this it's the same one. This I'm just doing circles. And the Neuro Lymphatics usually look like those round things or black straight bars. And is that it in the back? The back one, is it T2?
T5?
T5? Okay. Is it, it says T5?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll go to T5. What do you go?